Going for a6 instead of blundering into knight b5. I think I had that in the bullet brawl against you, actually. Yeah, so there the thing was, there were a lot of complicated lines, I think, with g5, but this seems reasonable. At least now I get what I had against you, just, which wasn't great. Like, I was lost, but I'm a bunch of tempi up. 97. This is some kind of attempt to play positionally. Well, then I will play positionally. Grab the bishop pair. Now, the famed London bishop has no opponent. I think I should go here. It opens up some possibilities of trades, but I think most of all it just throws off his coordination just a little bit. So am I trying to be too clever here? I was thinking h4, knight f5, bishop b4, queen b6, knight d5, but then queen c6. There's still knight f6, gf6, d5, which at the very least is complicated and a lot of fun for me. And I'm kind of actually really attracted to that option. Otherwise I could take on e7, but I kind of like this one. So I think he quite logically goes for it, and then we'll see. I think for at least for blitz, this is quite a promising sacrifice. Okay, so you could have gone to b6 or c7, but it basically leads to the same thing. The thing is, like, my king is so safe here, and my bishop is really strong. His knights are they're kind of targets at the moment, so at least in blitz I have some really lasting compensation here. I'm anticipating, yeah, so this is an option of course, but now I can at least win the knight back, which I think I should, and then I have a clearly better endgame. Yeah, so it takes knight c6, I suppose. I think I should not allow him to trade, so I'll go bishop c3. And he probably has to trade, but now his bishop is looking mighty strong. The question is, I think I can... Why didn't I go rook g1, by the way? Oh, no, g4. What am I talking about? I think he's probably got to go for this. I had some hopes of going f4 and then rook h7, you know, playing for mate, but once he started wanting to trade rooks, then I think it's quite prudent for me to just go the other route. And so I think bishop on g7 could be slightly stuck there, so I'd rather try and keep it a bit more active here. Rook e2, I think I'll go bishop e3. He made trade-off pawns there with f4 takes, rook f2, but I think I hide the bishop away. Once I activate my rooks, he should be in a lot of trouble. Yeah, this move I don't like for him at all. I think I can just go rook d7, knight e7, I trade, then I go back to g5, and that should be it, more or less. King g6 just loses trivially, so we go here. Yeah, the pawn in game has to be lost. Takes. He gets to f4, so I have to take a little bit of care. I didn't take this very seriously, but this has to be winning. Otherwise, you know, he does have a more active king, but otherwise I'll have to seriously reevaluate a lot of things when it comes to chess if this is not winning. King d4, I go king d2, then b3, c3, kick the king away. Okay, now it's very easy. I just go c4. And my pawns start advancing. After all, it's a pawn in game with an extra pawn, and I have the possibility of creating a pass pawn with them. So now I'll go f4, and then I'll cement the pawn chain with b4, and then just bring the king around. I could have even gone for... I could even go here, but it doesn't really matter. King c4, c6, otherwise. King c6, king d4.